Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. I'm your host for the evening, Eric Garcia, hosting tonight's session of dierpg, session number 5, and our last session. Last episode, this is it. We're done. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll all die. Ha. But I know we got a lot to get through today. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass it off to our sponsorship announcements with Jay.
That's me. Yes, this is episode 5 of 3 of dierpg. Yes, starting off with the amazing Norse Foundry, which supply all of our metal and gemstone dice that we roll on and off stream, as well as the amazing library of DMCA royalty-free music that you can listen to on your chosen streaming platform. There is a code in the chat. It is Swole. You will get 10% off of your order all year round. Go check them out.
Nice. Also, we have our friends over at Griffin Co. And all of our 3D printed and custom terrain comes from the incredible folks over at Griffin Co. You can check them out with the code SWOLE22 and you can save 22%. Look how happy that is. Confetti for everyone. You save 22% off at griffinco.com. Check it out in the chat. Ashley?
Me! And I definitely didn't forget the 2 adjective and noun combinations that Jay literally just told me 2 minutes ago to say about Hero Forge!
It's in the chat. It's literally in the chat.
Ping, ping.
There's so many chats open. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Our brand partner and sponsor of Fables of Gallia, Hero Forge. Our fully custom player minis also come from them, and they're great and cool, and stuff is happening with that. Design yours today. You could design them, and holy heck, you guys, the features they've unloaded, it's like you can chimera the hell out of those things now. It's crazy. So go make yours today at heroforge.com. Nailed it.
Incredible. Jay, do we have any other announcements we want to talk about today?
Yes, we are catching up with the YouTube still. I've got a couple of episodes of Fables, and then we will be current, and then we will do another episode, and then we will not be current, but I will try to keep on top of it as much as possible. So go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe over there because it's free. And yeah, it's helping us out. We're almost at 1,000, which means that when we get our watch time, we can apply for partner, which is really cool. And then we'll be probably be like dropping all of Die and then catching up with Call of Cthulhu. But that is where you can catch all of our VODs once we are not live, so you can watch unlive.
Dead.
Which is what we're playing today, Die. And with that, let's get into it. Go ahead, that trailer. Wow, impressive.
Hey, we live.
Oh, all right. Fantastic. Love it when that happens.
And Mike was
Alright.
just doing a Fonzie impression.
Hey,
Hey.
I've met him. Sweetest man on the planet. Sweetest man on the planet.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's get into it. Recap from our last session, which was, 3 weeks ago.
Ooh, 3 years ago.
The watching and judging and laser gazing, grotesque, watchful eyes that nested in Vistra's cathedral were battled in a show of flair and general badassery. Frankie fulfilling her promise of cleansing the cathedral to Vistra, and maybe a little inspired by her new boy toy, found herself winning over the favor of her wild goddess and dedicated her cause to Vistra through prayer. Fleming, distracted by a surreal souvenir he discovered set upon the altar of the cathedral, The Adventures of Hoodwink, first edition print, the comic that he started in high school and he'd always wanted to finish. Drawn, inked, and colored, and within it, the phrase, or in this case, the catchphrase they needed to open the sealed gateway. On their way back, the world began to shake, rip apart again, quake, this time leaving portions of the labyrinth split and strewn about in this odd video game-like space. But eventually they came to a curious place, the strangely ordinary replica of Gavin's garage. A small reminder of the past they shared and the friend they still haven't found. Even provoking a unfinished conversation of whether or not they'll decide to stay here in this world or return home. Lucky left with her childhood guitar, seemingly imbued with a magical energy of its own, and they ventured back towards the entrance of the Jaws of Bone. There they found many of the soldiers and villagers from Gleam Hollow, investigating the area, and they learned that Chip and his gang of bandits have made their way here and are approaching. Eloise commanded her loyal soldiers to stand by. Fleming read out his catchphrase and opened the gate. Frankie, Lionel, and Lucky, they all stand by, ready to try to seal off the passageway as the deep rumbling of some motorcycles and shouting are quickly ascending towards our heroes as we speak. What would we like to do?
So there's like a crowd outside the cave, right? Like they're like, is it the soldiers, like Eloise's soldiers, and then the townsfolk?
A mix of both, yes.
Okay. And we hear a motorcycle?
You hear several motorcycles coming from the right passage, the passageway that you did not take, as you all took the left passage.
Ah. Oh, my note here says Chip and assholes went down a separate path by motorbike. Yeah.
Accurate.
Accurate, for sure.
In all caps, I'm trying to remember what Eloise has become very confident. And then Paul opens portal. Chip is coming. That's what I have.
Chip is coming.
And okay, yes. And Lorendel. Okay, prayer, consent, and conversation. Got it. Okay.
3
Three
priorities.
favorite things.
3 favorite things. All right. I want to see. Is there any way for me to see like how far away they would be from that tunnel?
Sure. Give me a wisdom check for me, please.
Wisdom check. Okay.
The wisdom score number is equal to the number of dice.
Yes. So I am 3 wisdom.
Let's get that perception on.
Part of the cards. 2 success.
2? Okay. You would gather, judging by the sound alone, couple minutes tops.
Okay.
Far down there, but like, yeah, you can hear them approaching.
Okay. Okay.
Is there anything we can do to collapse the tunnel? Can you do your vine thing to like overgrow it, block the way?
I think I could try, but I don't know if that's gonna stop them. Sure. Let me try, and I am going to try and use too many pages here for the GodBinder. I will do. Oh, can I do a miracle? No, I'll do a briar blast and try and like cover up all of that area.
Briar blast.
Yes.
Blast is more of like an attack.
Oh, okay.
Like a blast. You have
Scripture?
furious briars.
Yeah, I'll do the scripture, the furious briars. Okay.
Okay.
I got them mixed up.
Cool.
Whatever they are, they're
Yeah.
briars and they're coming at you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a. This would be your intelligence for your spells.
Okay, so intelligence.
Oh no, you roll your wisdom. Sorry,
Okay, so I roll 3 wisdom and a d12.
that's correct.
Okay. Big oof. 4 failures.
Big oof. 4 failures even on your D12.
I got a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yeesh. Okay. As you cast out your scripture, you see vines beginning to kind of like climb up along the sides, but like they are not meeting anywhere in the cavern. Like they spread across the entire surface of the outside. They kind of grasp towards each other, but it's just still a massive opening.
Yeah, I think it's probably just like flower petals. Like nothing more than that. Like a big.
Yeah.
That was really beautiful. And I'm going to step forward with my guitar and I'm going to try to shoot the lightning out of the end of it at like the top of like the opening to see if we can get it to like
Collapse over it.
collapse. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me either dexterity or straight. Yeah, give me dexterity.
Okay.
I think that makes most sense. Yeah, it's a ranged attack.
2 successes.
Ooh.
2 successes. Okay.
You
Um,
had me on the edge there. Like, oh no.
All failures. It's Dai's version of doors closing. All right, Lucky. Describe how energy flies out of your guitar.
I think in like the most 1980s kind of fashion, she will step forward with her electric guitar and just like with one single strum of the guitar, lightning will just come out of the neck and strike the top of the opening so that hopefully it barricades it.
All right. As you step forward and shoot forward a giant beam of lightning towards the top here, bunch of a ton of stone and rubble just collapse over the opening here. It does look pretty covered. You don't see any openings at the moment. And yeah, the room is currently just filled with a ton of dust. It's all just kind of like billowing out from this area.
I'm glad that worked. I was afraid it was going to collapse the entire area. I'm glad it was just over there.
You have very precise. You have really precise metal. Like that is
Thanks.
exactly what we needed to hear.
I'm glad you told us that afterwards. Can we still feel like the rumbling in the ground of them approaching still?
I would say that as it's kind of settling here. Actually, yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check using your wisdom.
What is that? I think it's just a 2. Yes, it is. Go 2. Oh, I got a 6.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. You can hear, I'd say, like, yeah, as a little bit of, yeah, as the dust settles and things, you can hear on the opposite side, the motorcycles get up to this rubble area, and now you can hear some like vague shouting and conversation of like, oh god damn it, it's blocked. And then you hear a familiar voice of hey, it's muffled, you know. You hear the muffled voice of Chip on the other side.
Damn it, Chip.
Over a microphone or over a walkie-talkie. So like, go ahead and bring up the weapon. We have a hole to blast through.
Yeah, fuck.
I think we should all get out of the way.
Were we going through the portal?
Should we just go? Can we close it after us?
But can we come back out? I don't know where we're going.
How far is this tunnel right now? How far are we in?
So you're currently in the kind of like, okay, so you're in a cavernous space. You're in the lobby. You're in the
Vestibule.
The foyer.
The foyer. That's the word I was. You're in the foyer of the jaws of bone. You've walked through the jaws. You're in a large area. There's the left and right passageways. Right way's collapsed. The center is the gateway. So you're in kind of this room. You haven't stepped into the gateway yet.
Got it. And we blocked that center passage that they're coming down.
For
The right.
The right passage. Got it. Okay. And then they're gonna fire through the debris. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like. Yeah, and through the gateway, yeah, it's an opening that leads into a large hallway. But the hallway is just like a triangular hallway that goes straight out for an unknown.
Oh, like we can see through it?
Yeah, you can see through it. It's no longer covered in a magical barrier. It's a long, triangular hallway.
Got it. How tall and big is this room right now that we're in, the central?
Pretty big. I'd say, both of the passageways can fit, or probably like 15 feet across.
Yeah.
So the left and the right were probably both about that. And then the gateway itself is, I don't know, another 15, 20 feet wide. High, like, yeah, you've got maybe 30 feet of
Got it.
cavernous space above you.
Okay.
Still large.
Got it. Okay. So what's the plan? Are we gonna take them here in this big room?
Yeah, I guess there's two choices. We stay here and face Chip and help the people, or we peace out and head through the portal and hope he doesn't come through. Either way, we have to decide soon because he's about to blow it through.
We could have the soldiers and people fight them off, but I don't know if... I mean, like, what's, like, the moral, like... implications of like having like a bunch of NPCs die on our behalf. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, do they really exist? Do we really exist in this space? But at this, but like they're real to us. So like, it feels wrong to be like a human shield against this asshole.
Yeah,
It's a pretty lame third act for a graphic novel.
I mean, but the goal was to keep going, to do the thing that we came in here for, and isn't that through here?
And that's to stop Chip from getting whatever is through here. We thought he was after it, but he says he has a big weapon. I mean, maybe he's after an even bigger weapon. Maybe an even bigger weapon is through here.
So if we go down to Central Hall, Chip's probably going to chase us down that way because that's his goal, right?
Probably.
His goal is to get to... He's not going to go after the villagers, the people out front.
Right. So we should get there first.
We should get there first.
We could gamble and also barricade this one off as soon as we're inside.
I like that plan. That way we can cover our tracks, make it harder for them. The people and the guards can fight, and they get the chance to become their own heroes. Self-empowerment, yay. And we can just bring our one NPC with us and continue on.
How big's the passageway, the central passage? How tall is it?
The inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like at the tip of the triangle that it is, probably about 15 feet tall.
Okay. All right. I got an idea. Let's go down the passageway, central passageway.
Okay. All right.
After they all go through, I'm gonna stop about midway through the passageway and just go, don't worry, I got this.
They all look at you.
Okay.
And what I do is I pull out my little Apple Pen, and then you see like I bring up the kind of heads up display, in the air, the holographic heads up display, and I choose. It looks like a Procreate screen, like a drawing screen, and I click down the menu to a second layer, and it's just a transparent box, and I just draw a clear square, and then I manifest it right there, and it's basically my force field, my new force field ability, but it's clear, and I'm gonna angle it so when they come down on their motorcycles, they just get launched right into the ceiling.
Does it have that gray and white grid, like if you save a PNG wrong?
I can see the PNG, but like when you look at it on the other side, it's just like clear.
I see. That's so true.
True PNG.
Okay, so but just for clarity, what it is a force
A ramp.
field. Also, which your ability? Which abilities are you using?
Its ability is it says let me just look this up, right? It says you're able to create and reshape a solid energy field in your vicinity. If the field is attacked, it has a health equal to my intelligence score. What does it look like?
Got it.
For me, it looks like a PG&E grid, but on the other PNG grid, but on the other side, it looks like nada. It's just a second layer on my art app. A second layer they can't see.
That's
And yeah, there you go. You create a ramp. How tall is it?
You know what? I think it's just gonna go straight up to the ceiling. It's basically they're gonna ramp right into the ceiling on the motorcycles. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they just go right into the ceiling.
Cool. That is awesome. You create it, and easy enough. It like goes all the way up to the ceiling. You can see it from your end, but yeah, it is invisible from the other side.
Yeah, and all they see is actually me standing in the hallway, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just dancing with my middle fingers up. I'm like,
Oh, that's a hologram on it.
yeah. Basically, you can't see
Okay,
it. It's
I was like,
just
I thought you were
see-through.
doing that now. And it's like, well, it's just the villagers and soldiers out there. It's a little rude. But...
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. That is there.
All right.
Well, that's
As you're all in this hallway here, whoever's looking down the hallway, the way that you are going, you see something small flying and approaching you quickly.
Is it the damn pseudo dragon?
As it begins to fly closer to you, it lands at your feet. Lionel just looks up at you and goes, "Ah!" It is Gavin's metal pseudo dragon.
Can
Please
I-
put their sword
can I-
away.
Can I check for like a message cassette, like in an old voicemail?
Like a button on its head.
Yeah.
Sure. You reach for some of the buttons that appear on there, but none of them seem to have any sort of voice relay of any sort.
Okay. Do any of them look fun?
Oh yes, one of them looks really fun.
I push it.
A little propeller on the top of its head just comes out and just starts spraying paint in various colors in all directions. Mostly on you because it's at your feet. But yeah, now you have a bunch of multicolored paint on your shins.
Dope.
It kind of hops and then leaps up into the air and then begins to fly back down the hallway.
Why would he want that?
I think he wants us to follow.
Oh yeah, but like the paint thing, like what purpose did that serve in context of him building it? Like,
No, but honestly, it made more sense when it started spraying paint because I was thinking it already flies. Why does it need this propeller in its
I
head?
thought it was gonna be like a go-go gadget
Yeah, exactly.
situation. Yeah. Maybe Gavin got really into paint parties, like in the you know.
Is it like Dayglow paint? Is it like UV reactive? Is that are we rave ready?
Yes.
You are.
Yes, it is. 100%.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, and specifically in this like triangular hallway, it like black lights are kind of like blinking in and out too. So yeah, oh yeah, you've got the vibe.
Dope. I hope they managed to get in here because I definitely want a fight scene in black light.
Yeah, in the distance, sandstorm.
That's all we have the license for.
Yeah,
You know what?
When does sandstorm become open?
No, that'll make me sad.
Oh no.
Okay, I guess I will like check around for like there's no one coming through towards us or anything.
In the direction that you are going.
Oh no, like Chip
Back.
and everything coming through. Like no one's coming through yet.
You don't-
I'm like basically
see
like
anything
keeping an
around.
eye on there and then following propeller head down the hallway.
No, you don't see Chip there. You kind of see the soldiers and villagers kind of like ready for something, but that's all you currently see at the moment.
I gleefully follow the dragon, just headed towards whatever this is.
Okay.
I mean, he has rave paint. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Eloise is
And that's
kind of
what-
like,
Flying away, it's spraying paint like all over this hallway.
Across the walls and everything.
Everything.
it'll be easy to follow. Eloise is gonna kind of wait for everyone to go and kind of like make sure our back is covered and kind of be in the back of the group. So right. We going? We all going? Are we going?
I'm gone.
Yeah. See Lucky way up ahead, running after Pseudo Dragon. All right. Continuing down, as you're getting towards the end of this long hallway, you're now starting to see, even from a distance, you can see it opens up into a very large chasm. There are various flashing kind of lights coming from there that you can't quite see at the moment, but as you begin to get closer, you're starting to see more and more of what this like big kind of central chamber looks like. Lucky, you would be the first to probably get to the front, and the rest of you, following suit right behind. What you see is, a huge kind of cavern. There's a kind of mesmerizing tower of light that beams upward from in front of you, but below. It's like this convergence of energy, and at the bottom there's a cybernetic architecture that surrounds this circular pool. At its core, it appears there's this shimmering pool of luminescent liquid. It's kind of pulsating with these vibrant hues of purples and blues, and every so often it kind of sheds out this green wave of energy that ripples across its surface. Surrounding the central pool, there's these giant towering spires, and they form kind of this metal and crystalline structure that's intricately intertwined with a bunch of circuitry and arcane symbols. Arcane runes are carved along the edges of the pool, and there's a bunch of like patterned circuitry that kind of pulse with the energy as this pool also kind of vibrates with that green energy. In the middle, there's a ghostly kind of circular platform suspended in the middle that floats above the bright liquid. And it looks large enough to probably fit about 6 individuals to stand in a circle holding hands.
Wait a minute.
And in front of you, there's a glass kind of staircase that just descends downward towards the bottom, like where that pool is. But at either side of you, the transparent glass stairs ascend on either side and slightly upward. And there you see your friend. Looks frantically at work on some futuristic looking monitors and computers. And on the platform, you just see a bunch of like unknown appliances and wires kind of strewn about. He's kind of like ripping things apart and like putting them back together. What would you like to do?
Damn it, Gavin.
Hey,
Kind of
buddy.
turns. Friends, you made it. Come quickly, get up here. You see as now as you begin to take your first steps up the stairs, the whole chamber begins to shake and quake and all of those things that you're used to kind of feeling. And you see him rush back to what he was doing and like pull some wires together as you see like sparking energy just blasting between them. He's like trying to hold them as much as he can. He's just like, you can see energy coming off of him as he's using some unknown magic or power to just keep them together long enough to allow you all to kind of continue up. But you're seeing just these cracks and things beginning to form along the walls of the cavern and up above. And eventually he's able to kind of pull it and stop it. But now that the cracks the seams are not disappearing. I don't think we have a lot of time, but I'm really happy to see all of you.
What you doing?
I just trying to hold this together long enough for us to be able to complete the ritual. We can stay here. I know that we can.
Right, we can, but we're not going to.
Right. Why would we?
What?
Well, let's not be too hasty.
What? No, we have to. We can't go back. Look at this place. There's so much more to see, to understand. I've just gotten started.
But it's not real. None of this is like, this has been fun, but this isn't our lives. This is fallacy. This is.
How do you know that?
Because I'm pretty sure I can't do this in real life. And she like jumps up in slow motion and like takes her helmet off, and her hair just like flows down around her. And like after she lands, like really like, you know, Disney princess style, she's like, I mean, it's fucking cool, but like, you know, I shouldn't be able to do that.
Why not?
Gavin, it's not. We have lives. They may not have turned out the way that I thought they would, but they're still our lives.
Look, I can. You see as he kind of faces you all, his black feathered suit with the chromatic red scales kind of like peeking out through it. He holds up his staff. You see these bright, there's about 6 of them, these bright purple, it's like discs float around it, the top. I can harness these. They have an immense amount of power. When I left you, I was able to use one to slow time and start creating. I had weeks of work condensed into just a few hours. I was able to create this place for us. Partially. There was a time when I could think a tree and there would be a tree. I could think a river and rapids would just show up in front of me. I thought of the town I dreamt up, Gleam Hollow. We all played in it. And in an instant, the town grew, like sprung up out of nowhere. Crystal vines that I dreamt up. Real townsfolk living out their lives. I could create anything. For a moment.
Yeah, because
Things
everything's
here-
breaking.
It is breaking, and we don't have a lot of time. We do have to make a unanimous decision, or else we either go home or we stay here. Or else we all die here. But afterward, things started to evolve and change faster than I was creating them. As this world started to take form, I mean, so did your place here too. The things I created began to change, and I saw things I didn't recognize. I mean, a god, wild and chaotic, just took root, spreading life where life wasn't. An army formed. They chose you to lead them. Within my dungeon, a minotaur filled with memories hid itself in there. I mean, this guy was found lost in the labyrinth. He points to Lorendil. A shrine for a book. My old garage. Look, I may have manifested the outline to this place, but you've all filled it with your own dreams, your own nightmares. People, places, challenges I didn't create. This place is as much of yours as it is mine. Come on, we can complete the ritual and explore everything else this world has to offer. There's more. There's so much more.
But it's falling apart.
Only while the ritual stands unfinished.
How do you know that?
while I am able to bend some of the rules here, this one seems to be certain. If you look around, you can see there's various like instruments and things that project like holographic spheres, and in them you can see bits and pieces of like what you've all done up until this point. You kind of see replays of moments, you walking through Gleam Hollow, crossing going through the forest, challenging and fighting the Minotaur, going through the cathedral. You're seeing like all these bits like replay on these small little like monitors and things.
You're capable of a lot here, it's true. We all are. And if anything, this was a nice reminder that we're capable in our old lives too.
Maybe you are.
This creativity, the things that sprang from your mind, they still existed in your imagination. You can make them.
I can think of them.
You can write
you can
them.
Live
you
them
can
here. My world has grown small. This place is incredible. And I think for some of you as well, I know that your lives could be small too. Here, Lionel, why settle for a stage? Look around. You can be anything you want here. Fleming, your comic? That's not the only copy. There are people in cities and towns that are actually buying them, reading them. They know your name.
But Gavin, none of this is earned. Where's the fruit in it? Yeah, sure, like I fucked up and I haven't had the success that I wanted to, and I haven't done anything really, but I still keep going because there's that chance that I will get it. And I will have earned that. This is just... It's just... self-fulfillment. It's not... It's hollow. How long do you think you could stay here before the novelty wears off? Of everything you wanted happening right away? Without any of the journey up to it.
As you're finishing that, he turns and pulls one of those orbs out, the hologram. He kind of zooms into it. You can see a triangle, like a flat triangle piece, and you can see on it there's a map. In it, he just continues to kind of like zoom with his hands. He shows you like, this is where we are, and he kind of zooms out. You can kind of see the mountains and Gleam Hollow, and he continues to zoom out until he gets back to that triangle. This is our world here. And then he zooms out further, and on it is the shape of a D20. Multiple of these worlds all like connected to each other. This place is huge. What do you mean We didn't earn it.
Well, what did we do? We thought of it. There was no earning anything. There was no journey to get there. This has been a great vacation, but we're going home.
This
Do you
isn't
all
our
agree?
world, it's yours. You picked the roles that we played in it. We're pawns to you. You have to stop playing God and wake the fuck up, Gavin.
I built this place for you guys. This isn't. I didn't pick all of this stuff for you. You created it.
And it's been great. It's been great. And it was great to like play real life with you guys but this isn't our world.
What about the rest of you? Why are you not chiming in? I mean, what do you... We have to go home. What are you waiting for?
We don't. I mean, I don't know. I see his point a little bit. Like, what do I go back to? A radio show where people kind of listen. I failed attempts at love left and right. No, I have something that I have been looking for years, and now it's right in front of me.
Yeah, manufactured.
You've been looking for a guy with wings?
Well,
Like,
no,
Frankie, I mean, no shit. Like, you're not gonna find that.
Well, but I can have that here.
But it's not real. It's made up.
Well, in the other world, love's made up.
The people who listen to you because they like you and they like what you have to say. This winged tool likes you because he was designed to. He would give a shit about anything that you have to say because he was designed to do that. Don't you want the real thing? Don't those people who you're genuinely making connections with back in the real world matter more?
Yeah, I guess. But I guess it's just easier having this here.
Yeah, it's gratifying in the moment.
And it
Like
is
I-
easy.
Like I said to Gavin, how long down the road before it gets real old that he loves absolutely everything you say and everything you do and doesn't have any opinions himself?
I'll turn to Lorendal and just say, can you think on your own?
Of course I can.
I'm going to, like, flick him on the nose.
Ow. What? And then the impulsion to never, the lock that Lionel has on Lorendal to never allow Frankie, or never to never disappoint Frankie, kicks in, and he's like, "Oh, it's cute."
What? Because I don't know that he did that, right?
No.
Ow.
Then he kind of just boops you on the nose.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're leaving.
The last straw.
It is easier to stay here, where everything is as we want it to be, as we can make it. But
Yeah, I'm done playing.
life is hard. It's supposed to be.
I know. It was, and you're right, it was fun for a time, and Specimen, but I am done playing the coy head over heels character. I do want the real thing, you know? It was nice to play pretend that I got to be head over heels for someone, and all that gross stuff that everyone gets to have that I don't get to have. And, you know, sure, it's, you know, gross to everyone else, but for a bit, it was nice. But after seeing what this just happened, that's not... I want someone to, like, grow with, talk to, learn from. You make I mean, what am I gonna have? Just like a dumb pool boy all the time? No, I need, like, he says his whole thing is conversation, but I can barely even talk with him.
Yeah, conversation, prayer, and consent. Right?
Yeah, the consent thing is very nice, and I do have that as a standard, but, you know...
Yeah.
And I'll let go of Lorendel's hand, and I'll go up and squeeze Eloise's hand and hold her hand.
She holds it back.
Oh.
I know
Lucky.
it's...
Fleming.
Oh, this whole time Fleming's facing the other way because he's anticipating the motorcycles hitting the force field, and you saw my back's just turned, but I've been listening. And I turn around and I go, I'm not gonna lie, I manage a comic book shop and there's not much upward mobility from there, so I don't really have much to go back to. And no matter how much effort Bethesda, Bungie, Larian put into their games, it's never gonna be like this. This is pretty fucking cool, guys. This is the coolest thing I've ever done.
Right?
I mean, it has to be a unanimous decision, and I'm giving up Hottie McWings over here. The least you could do is consider everyone else. I mean, you have so much more. You get to give this to everyone out in the world. Every book you read is a lifetime, right? You get to do that through comics. You found your comic. Why not go out and create that? That's your upward mobility.
Do you know how hard it is to be a comic book creator and break it big nowadays? You got online, everybody's an artist online, everybody has Procreate, everybody can make their own shit and post it. You got AI stealing art now. Like, how am I supposed to get a crack at making this comic book?
You don't give up that easily in here. Why give up that easily out there?
I mean,
Some of us have been working so hard all our lives and it hasn't amounted to anything. I've never given up. There's nothing out there.
Listen, you haven't come this far just to come this far. Okay? I mean, both of you, look at us. We're back together doing this. With all of us, we can help each other out there just like we do in here.
Right. I know we
you guys
haven't
are all
always...
gonna go back to your lives when we get back. We've got like a rock star here, and I haven't seen any of you guys for like 20 years. Like,
Why didn't we do it for any of those years? Yeah.
Be
What happened?
now. After this,
Why?
you think we can go back to... I know I've been embarrassed. I don't like my life either. I thought I was gonna be somebody important. I thought I was gonna do something. I thought it would all carry over and just build and build until, you know, but it doesn't. It didn't work that way, and I've been embarrassed, and I didn't want to face it, and I didn't want you all to be disappointed in me. But despite that, Gavin, you've given us a gift. What you've shown me is that a little bit of confidence goes a long way. And I found that again. Thanks to you. And this really fucking shiny armor.
You could lead these people here.
I could lead people out there. It'll be harder. It'll be a rougher slog to the top. It'll be a lot of bureaucracy and red tape and things I don't want to deal with, but it's important to. Yeah, we affected lives in here, but they're not real. We could affect lives out there. Fleming, you could share your art. Fuck AI. I mean, you draw the right amount of fingers. That says a lot, you know?
They'll point the right way too.
Frankie, you have people who listen to you and care about you, and you're gonna find the right kind of love that isn't this. Lionel, I think you've been holding yourself back. You don't have to. You can be exactly who you want to be, and you don't have to give a shit what anyone thinks about it. God, and Lucky, you have like the most amazing life, don't you? Like, you want to go back, right? Like, you want to go back to that.
I don't know what I want. I've had a wild ride, for sure. I've toured the world. I've played music everywhere. People know who I am. And sure, that's awesome. But have you ever played a stadium of like 50,000 people and feel like the most lonely person in the world? Yeah. I've not had connections with people like I have with you guys. Gav, you're number one, man. I'll do whatever the fuck you want.
Really means a lot to me.
It sounds to me like we've all experienced some kind of loneliness since we all broke up. Why can't we just have that again when we go back? Fleming, I can pull in some contacts from New York. I'm sure Lucky can help as well. I bet she knows tons of people.
I was actually thinking about that, and Gavin, I really do support whatever the fuck you want to do, but in case you want to go back, I was actually thinking that I would like to buy your restaurant. If that's okay. And we can rebrand it however you want and make it like, I don't know, like a nightclub or something cool.
I hate the restaurant.
Then why don't I buy it and you close it and you take that money and you do whatever the fuck you want to with it? Why don't you come on the road with me?
I can't go.
Frankie too, right? Like you can go.
I was gonna say, Frankie, I know the publisher for Rolling Stone. Do you want to meet them?
What kind of question is that? Of course.
Right. So, I mean, and Eloise, I need a manager. I'm gonna fire my fucking manager. Would you like to come work for me?
Oh my god. I think I'd be really good at that.
Right. Okay, cool. And then, Fleming, honey, I need some serious metal artwork for my next album. Would you be interested? Like, what if we did a whole fucking concept album and we make a comic book out of it?
That's actually kind of cool.
Right? And Lionel, you're fucking talented. I don't know if you want to sing background or play along with the band or whatever. You're welcome to be on stage anytime. Tour with us.
I think I'd like that.
Can I be your hype man before you go up? Like, like Flavor Flav or Turn Down for What? And I can come out with a hood and like hoodwink and like,
I don't know if that's the vibe. I really don't know if that's the vibe, but we can workshop it to find something that really would fit the mood for the type of music that I do. But I'm here for it. Let's talk about it.
So what? We're just all gonna join you and go on tour?
I miss you
Jumping
guys.
off.
if we get to leave our podunk town, I've never left.
I'm just trying to say that there's other options. I love this and I love what you've created, Gav. It's beautiful. And I legit, like, if you want to stay here, I support that.
It seems
But I
to
want
me
you to
lives
know.
started going to shit when we stopped relying on one another.
So no matter what we do, if it's joining the music industry or, whatever else that we can support each other in, I think that we've learned that we're better together, all of us. And I'm sorry for not being more present in your all's life before. Gavin, I'm really sorry. I've been in the same town. And I haven't come to see you. I see you've worked harder than any of us, for longer than any of us. I know you're tired. I know that the real world just makes you tired. But look at what you're capable of. All of this, and it's not just here. You can share this, share your imagination with other people. Make your own game that maybe doesn't suck people into it and make them make like a really hard choice. Or do, maybe that's some people's idea of fun, but they must be masochists.
I mean, it's pretty metal and I love it. Just want to put that out there. Gav, this is dope.
Hey, Gab, you know how time goes a little faster outside than here? Maybe by the time we get back, Zuckerberg's metaverse is a lot better and we can recreate this in VR.
I wouldn't bank on that.
I hear all of you. The decision needs to be unanimous. I won't stop you all from making that decision. I'll go back. Kind of looks out over like just kind of the cavern in the pool, and just like you can see just like the platform that he's on, there's just so much stuff and like intricate runes and circuitry and things, and you can kind of see someone who's just like poured everything he could into something that just didn't work, and he turns away mostly to just show so you can hide that he's just kind of like also breaking.
Fleming, I have one more apology to make to you. Not just for the school stuff, but I have been back in town. I've visited my family and things, and I didn't come to see you at all. And it's because I wanted to be someone when you saw me again. Because your opinion of me meant more than the team and all of those people. I never really cared what they thought. I just needed to fit in. And I'm sorry, man.
I'm kind of like, I've got like mixed emotions. You see me like under the darkness of my hood. I'm kind of okay. I'm like, that's nice of you to say. I appreciate it. Genuinely appreciate it that you value my opinion. Yeah. We're good.
Often-
Well, I have one last question though. While you were in town, and you went everywhere else except visit me, did you buy any comics from Pendragon Comics? Because if you did, motherfucker, I would never forgive you. Huh?
Come on, there's no way.
Okay. Okay.
As you're having this conversation, off in the distance, you hear a huge explosion of sound, and through the corridor, you see a bright laser, not this big, like 5 feet across, coming through, just blasting through something. And off in the distance, you hear motorcycles approaching.
All right. And I walk up to Lionel and I just hold out my hand for a hand clasp. All right, I got you, brother. And I look over at Gav. I go, hey, do we have enough time to kill this motherfucker before we leave?
I
Fuck
look
Chip.
back at you. You can see him kind of like wiping off like some tears. He stretches out and his wings expand and he begins to flap upwards. Let's do it. Let's do it together.
This is the closest we're gonna get to legally killing Chip. Let's do it.
Yes.
Oh God, I've been waiting for this day.
Also, I love the wings.
Chip on a motorcycle. I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm expecting Eric Estrada to come out, in a police uniform, because
Yes.
what the hell?
Yes.
And with that, through that corridor, one giant motorcycle and 4 other ones behind him just leap out into the chasm, and we're gonna go ahead and take our break.
All right.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Awesome. We'll be right back.
back. Our heroes find themselves face to face now with a familiar foe from their past. Chip and his gang of motorcycle riding folks have blasted into this chasm. Riding atop this massive chopper is Chip, but different? Like a Chip in ogre form. Maybe even an idealized version of himself, but he's big. Slick back, greasy hair. He's got big Oakley sunglasses covering his beady eyes. He's got blue coveralls that's like unzipped halfway. You kind of see his like oily mess of chest hair peeking out.
Ew!
A large ring of keys like on his waist. And yeah, sleeves definitely just ripped off, showing his like gorilla-like arms. It kind of gives a crooked smile up towards you guys as he's down below. He launched into here with his gang, skidded out a bit, looks up at you all.
Any of them hit my force field?
You're not sure. You can't see him.
Oh, okay. I can't tell. Okay, cool.
You can't tell from here. Yeah, you can see in his smile, this one singular, familiar gold tooth, just like on his front. Points up at you all and is like, "Now I've finally got you. Up to something no good, messing with something you shouldn't be. I can finally take you out. Come on down here."
If you want us, come and get us.
And with that, we don't typically roll initiative in this game. But I will say, well, actually, Lucky, I think you just start first now, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. For the rest of you, roll a d6. It'll just be easier for me to keep track of.
Oh, I got me.
3.
Guess I could do the same. 1, 2, 3. Flemmy, you got a
We have to
3.
get 4 so we can get a flush.
Oh, yeah, Paul's 3, but he
You can't
couldn't
see
see.
it.
2. Eloise is a 2. Frankie, you rolled a 1. 5 for Lionel. All right. Lucky, yeah, go ahead. You can start us off.
I will take my super rad space gun revolver
Yes.
and I will shoot Chip.
Yeah, you will. All right, roll a dexterity attack.
Do I use my thing with this? No. Or
No, unless you're doing something particularly foolish.
we'll go with just normal for this time. I have successes.
How many successes?
2 out of 4.
Okay. As you take a shot at Chip. Jesus. What is your gun? Is this the revolver
Yeah.
laser? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as you point downwards toward him, kind of moves around and fires towards him. It hits him directly. But he just, you can see it like singes on his gorilla-like arms. It's like just laughs at you. Nothing. He's going to respond with a ranged attack as he transforms the motorcycle he's on. Part of it just pulls off and just turns into this Gatling gun. Just begins to fire up towards you.
Nice.
Call that a gun.
What is your defense, Lucky?
Defense, like the guard.
No, defense.
Oh.
Whoa.
Set by gear. Defense is.
I wasn't sure if you had
Oh.
defense.
I think it's 1, but I don't have it written down. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
No, you're good.
1.
You have defense 1. Yeah. They fire up towards you. They connect with you, but due to your... What are you wearing? You're wearing like...
I am a full-on like pirate, rock star pirate.
Got it.
I'm Steven
All right.
Tyler.
That's right. And I remember you summoned that hat. The Gatling bullets like go upwards, and stroke of luck, one goes straight through the top of your hat with like a big, giant hole straight through it.
I'm gonna take my hat off and look at it and be like, my fucking hat!
Lionel,
Chuck it.
you're up.
I'll chuck it to the
Hat
side.
kind of just-
Okay. So, my new ability is that I can affect more than one person, right?
That is true.
Okay. I am going to... Where is cover? Because I'm squish.
Difficult. You are on a glass platform up above. They are down below.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
there's that.
Good thing glass isn't see-through. Oh wait, no!
I was gonna say, not even the floor you're standing on, you can hide behind. It's-
Cool.
Okay. If there's nothing to hide behind... Wait, is it literally glass? Like, can I tell?
Appears so.
Okay.
It looks very glass-like. Yeah.
Dope. Don't want to get shot on this. So I will make my way off the platform for now. Also, we need that for later. Don't want it
Different
Gatling gun.
platform.
Different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The one that you need to, the one that I said specifically could hold about 6 people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it, down below where Chip
Where the-
is, where the
yeah, yeah,
pool
okay.
is. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Still, don't want to get shot on this. Will fall. I will head away from the platform. But I will. Yeah, I'll look to Eloise, and I'll say. The problem is, you've been waiting for everyone to admire you. You should try admiring Eloise. And I'm going to use the voice on her and Chip.
Oh boy. What do you? What's for Chip?
It's the same thing. I assume it's like
Admiration.
the same,
Yeah. It's the same lock. Yeah.
It's like
So
twin
admiration towards Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should I roll the
Intensity.
D4 first or the D6s? What do you want?
I think you start with the all together because it's the D4 sets the intensity, and the successes you can change the intensity.
That's 2 successes, but one's a 6. And the intensity is a 2.
How many successes? 2 successes?
2 successes. One is a 6. I don't think I get anything extra for that.
I don't believe so either. Eloise, what is your willpower?
4.
Okay. I would say, yeah, you can. Yeah, you're not resisting this in any way, I would assume. So, yeah, what intensity are you setting, Lionel?
So I can increase it by 1.
I think you can increase it. Wait, doesn't it say for each success?
Is it each success?
Wow.
Yeah, the D4 shows the intensity, and each success lets you add or subtract 1 from it. Final intensity.
Ooh, yeah, I don't want to go to 4. That's intense. But I will increase it to 3. So we feel it as intensely as most people will ever feel that emotion.
Oh.
The next one up was more intense than love for a soulmate, so I just pull that back a little bit. Yeah, and then I will head for cover after doing that.
Okay. Eloise, I'd like you to immediately move your emotional scale to 3.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
And I would like you to describe what that looks like.
As live.
Overwhelming is the intensity.
Yeah, as Lionel says this, she like her brain breaks for like a moment, and where she'd like taken off her helmet like dramatically before, now her hair just kind of like floats around her in this big with all like the ribbons and the flowers and everything in it, and like the armor that's on the little flowers, metal flowers and leaves and stuff that decorate her armor now bloom into like pauldrons that kind of like take over, and kind of like larger, like more kind of like the big like metal thing around their necks. That's called. I'm failing my medieval terminology. You know what I'm talking about. But like becomes like part of the armor as she just like starts to kind of float with this like pink energy kind of like around her as she like is nodding and just like looking down at Chip like, fuck yeah, I am awesome, and fuck yeah, you should be afraid. Like,
Awesome.
As I run past you.
Run. And yeah, so as you, Lionel, as you move towards like where the staircase where you ascended from, you're now at the top of the stairs descending down to where Chip and stuff are. Behind you is the hallway. As you look down the hallway, you can see a motorcycle just exploded on the top of the ceiling. But now you also see a crowd of people fighting at the end, and like people are moving in, and you can see villagers and soldiers and stuff like trying to hold them back. But there's another battle going on out there.
Okay.
And Fleming, you're up.
I look over at Chip because I gotta do my speech. I look over at Chip and I go, after all these years, through time and space and multiple dimensions, fate has brought us here today for one singular purpose: to teabag your motherfucking head. And then I take out my fair gold.
You've been hoodwinked.
I take a couple I take out a couple fair golds and I plug it into my neck. And then, so basically 1 gold is enough for me to ape an upgrade.
Yeah.
And the second one is enough for me to improve the gift. So I'm going to ape one of my force field abilities that I don't have.
Okay.
But basically it's called Buddy Help Protocol.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, I start to charge up, and like my light, my cyber blue eyes start to light up, and then you just feel a boom. And I go, guys, pull up your hoods. And when they all reach back and pull it up, like a energetic hoodie that looks just like mine, but it's like transparent, energetic, pulls over, and they all have an extra 1 guard because they all have little force fields, temporary force fields around them.
Nice.
They're all hoodwinked now.
You've all been hoodwinked.
What did you
They've all
say it
been
was?
hoodwinked. What's that?
It's
Plus 1
what?
guard.
Guard.
Oh,
Plus 1 guard. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need everything I can get.
Nice, nice. Okay. Is that all you're doing, Fleming?
And then I start making my way down towards the. Cause we're up on a platform, right? Kind of like.
Yeah. So you can make your way towards where Lionel is currently standing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. The rest of the 5 bandits below will also do something similar, but they look to be targeting the actual platform that you're standing on. So I think that would be Gavin is currently flying. He's kind of hovering in the middle there, but that would be Frankie, Lucky, and Eloise. So they are going to make some attack rolls there. Okay. As they do something similar, their guns are much smaller, but like the motorcycles that they're on, like pieces come off of it, and they begin to just form around a gun of sorts. They fire out these kind of blasts of lasers that begin to put holes in the glass, and now you're starting to see it just crack and shatter. And I would like you three that I just mentioned to make dexterity rolls for me. As you were falling probably about 35 feet down below.
All
This is to
successes.
reduce damage. All successes. How many did you roll?
3.
3. Okay.
1's a 6, if that counts for anything. I would like to potentially carry this over into my turn.
Okay.
I have 1 success.
1 success. Frankie,
I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. 3 damage total. For each success, you can reduce it to 1. You can reduce it by 1. So Eloise, nothing. Do either of you have defense, Frankie or Lucky? You have
I
1
do.
defense. Okay. Frankie, you take 2 guard then first. 2 hits, go to your guard first. And Lucky, you take 1 hit, but due to your defense, 0.
Okay.
Eloise, you're up next.
As I'm falling, she's going to like flip in the air to redirect her direction straight on top of Chip, and she just comes down like sword first, just like a blaze of like pink and like flowers coming off of it, like just going behind her in like this giant swing. And I'm gonna use creative violence
Oh.
to try to devastate this entire group. So I roll, and I also roll my D8, and it has to, if it beats my emotional intensity, which is 3, it succeeds.
Okay.
Roll an attack plus AT8. If I roll a 3 on the D8, is that a success? If it beats your current emotional intensity, does that succeed? If it meets it, beats it, does that count?
You have to
That doesn't
beat it.
count?
It does not. You rolled a 3.
Yeah. So if not, so the attack. Oh man. Me or someone close to me suffers wounds.
This happened last time.
Not me
Yep.
this time.
And the GM adds complications to your success. But I think I still get the hit. Oh, which I rolled. I didn't get any successes on the hit. I totally beefed this.
You're believing in
Emotional.
yourself, though. It's the important thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, as you come down with your sword and like unload all of this energy, Wait, do you lose your intensity? Each level of emotion reset. Yeah, intensity sets to 0. Either way, you feel like Chip is so large that you have this. Like you've got this easily. As you do so, as you're like coming down on him hard, you can see he moves fast, but he pulls his waist, and you can see him like almost in like you're watching this in slow motion. You can see him like look up at you. He pulls a key, he puts it into the air, like unlocks it, and just goes through a door. As you just come down in front of you, you all just look at this like giant blast of energy, like towering, takes up the entire chasm, and it just rips a hole through the whole like chasm. And now you can see like outside basically, but you can see all the like the energy has just been unleashed.
Whoa.
Do I get hurt?
You or someone close to you suffers wounds equal to the result.
Which
I would say each of you who is down below with her, who fell, you included Eloise, so all three of you, in like kind of the backlash of like the energy just like flowing forward. There's also like a bunch of electrical energy, pink energy that flies backwards, and you three each take 1 hit. So mark off a guard, or where you're at. Frankie's getting hit.
Thank you for that extra guard, Fleming.
Aw, beans, you guys. I'm so sorry.
He looked like he admired you.
she's like on the ground, crumble like.
Frankie, you're up.
So as we fell, I'm going to turn to Lorendel and just say,
Lorendel took hit too.
Yeah, I'll say.
Oh no, he's flying.
Yeah, I'm like, make yourself useful, and like I'll attribute a lot of that to him like grabbing onto me and like yanking me upwards to like help keep me aloft a bit.
Yep.
And
you can't hold your whole weight though.
Yeah, just like
fine.
Yeah, slow glide, and then I'll just say, okay, fine, let me go. And then as he lets me go, I want to cast Furious Briars, and they expand out from me, and I basically want to become a giant pinwheel of briars as I roll towards that group.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedge.
Yes, I am Sonic the Viney Hedgehog.
The Hedge. The Hedge.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedge. Sonic the Hedge.
Hell yeah. Roll your spell.
Okay.
With your die.
That is 3, because I rolled with wisdom. Okay. Let's do better than last time. Okay, that looks good. We have 3 successes. 1 is a critical success. And that's it. 3 out of that.
Does your Briars do something on critical success?
I don't see anything.
This is the Furious Blast. It immobilizes targets.
Oh, the special. Yes, that's right. So it immobilizes targets, and they need to do a strength test to break free.
Okay. So you turn yourself into a hedge. And was your intention to roll forward towards them?
Yeah, but essentially,
or what is your
like? I was trying to like roll to like kind of like using the like the what is it called, the tilt-a-whirl, where you like centrifugal force keeps you against the wall. I'm using the centrifugal force to get the vines out, and like spread them out, and then essentially just like grab.
Got it. Now they're all over the ground in front of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Said you had 3 successes.
Yes, 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you can hit all of the bandits. I'd say with your, you can immobilize. You rolled 1 special.
Yes, 1 special.
Okay. One of them is completely immobilized. And with your 3 successes, would you like to target damage onto one of them or to spread it out?
I would like to focus and get rid of one.
Okay.
But or if it does get rid of one, I'd like to focus. But do I know or see where Chip went?
I'd say your focus is pretty much on this right now.
Okay.
You're trying to gather all your stuff. Yeah.
You got it. I will I will mobilize one, and then I will put a lot of damage on another.
Okay.
It's 2 damage per success since I'm level 2 god for God of the Wild.
2 damage per success.
Yes.
Okay. One's fucked. Yeah, one's super fucked. One of them just like gets like, you see the motorcycle like come up and then like the vines grow up through it, just breaks apart the motorcycle. He gets like lifted up and just vines just tear through his chest, exploding him into a bunch of pieces.
Yes. No
insane.
more carbon footprint.
Awesome. Gavin's turn. You see as Gavin's kind of looking down at everyone, you can see him kind of like whistle over to his pseudo dragon, lands on his arm. You see him grab one of the purple discs near his staff, and he just like feeds it to the dragon, and then just kind of lets him go. And you see as his small little pseudo dragon flies down, but you can see there's like it's picking up pieces of like rock and circuitry and bunch of different material around it, and it's just growing into a large dragon. This is mega pseudo dragon, and it just roars over the bandits there, and will take its turn actually. That makes the most sense. It will attack.
That would do it runs on CDs, not cassettes. That's why I couldn't get it to work.
There it is.
Oh, and all the while, it's now spraying tons of paint, buckets of paint. This whole room is actually just turned into like strobe lights have started, black lights are on. Yeah, the pool is just. Whoa.
That's all. That's all you.
I feel like it's getting material to that beat.
Yeah.
Actually, like I want this to be like lap dance by NERD.
Yes.
Down, 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 down.
If you haven't listened to that, you should.
Like
We're not gonna-
Jet Li in Kiss of the Dragon.
Okay. You see as this wyvern-like creature goes in, starts slashing and biting and things like that at one of the other motorcyclists. Ellen Dill will run up next to you, Frankie. He has a different look in his eye. Not one of like anger or anything, but he has no. It's just a little bit different. Lionel, your lock on him has dropped, but he is going to run into the fray and begin fighting.
So I could love him here.
He whiffs it though. He runs in.
Never
You can see him like
mind.
he's trying to like jump on the briars. He's like he's jumping on the briars and then like immediately trips and just like is kind of getting stuck on one. He's like, fuck, and then yeah, can't quite get through. Next up, before we get to top of the round, Lionel and Fleming, that the group of folks are getting very close to you all now. There's like a bunch of people just like fighting and chaos is happening. It's gonna pour into this chasm very soon. But we'll get back to Lucky.
Where is Chip?
Looking around, you spot Chip close to the pool.
Okay. From using my lightning guitar, have I kind of figured out range on this? Like, is he far enough? Do I think
pretty
I
far.
can? Okay.
But I think that if you were to probably move like towards him, you could fire off a shot.
Sure. I will move towards him. Now, are we on the same level now? Like, if I move
Yes.
toward... Okay.
You are. Yeah. I think the only two people who are not on the same level are Lionel and Fleming, who are still close to the entrance of this place. They have a staircase to go down.
Okay. I am going to move forward. Yeah, and I'm going to use the guitar to hit.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Just like a ding, 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 as you're
Absolutely.
running.
Absolutely. When
Top-muted machine gun.
Yes.
You could do the machine gun that Iron Maiden does.
yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm doing. I want to use my extra dice, but I want to do. He's no longer on the motorcycle. He's just himself.
He is on his motorcycle.
He is on his motorcycle. Cool. I'm going
Kind
to...
of can see him like kickstanded on like one leg. His motorcycle's kind of like positioned in front of him, but yeah.
Okay, I would like to aim for the gas tank on his motorcycle.
Okay.
I can use my special dice if that's like harder to do, but
Sure. Go for it.
yeah. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. Critical, success.
You have 5 successes.
Oh my God.
Holy
Wow, that's
shit.
awfully lucky of you.
Jesus.
Hang
Okay.
on. Wait, no, it's not 5. It's 5 successes, but my extra dice is one of those, and I have to figure out.
What you rolled on it?
We're good. I didn't hit like a weird thing. It's
Okay.
yeah.
It's a normie.
Yeah. Normal.
Okay. 5 successes. Okay. Yeah. What is your guitar technique? Are you firing one blast, or are you firing a bunch of small ones?
I think that out of fucking nowhere, there's suddenly sunglasses on Lucky, and she's like slow-mo walking like towards this person, and it's like Terminator style, like poof, 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 you know, and it's like
Ooh,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
straight, like so, and yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah. The shattered glass from the that you fell from. Like more was still kind of falling, and somehow one of them like shaped into sunglasses and got like really dark and just like landed on your face as you're moving forward. Yeah, I will say that you attack you get a shot at the several of these just like hit the motorcycle, and at some point it just like motorcycle just blows to pieces.
Nice.
In its wake, you know, in this giant like purple and blue flame of explosion, you can see the frame of Chip just kind of standing there. Now, like his glasses have now broken and like fall off to his side, and you see his stupid eyes. And
Stupid fucking eyes.
but yeah, all singed. But now you see more of his gross chest because his coveralls look like burnt.
Cool. I am going to. Obviously, I'm like standing in the middle of the room, so I can't like find cover. But I'm gonna like step to the side if it's possible. I don't want to.
Left.
Slide to the left. Okay. With that, we get to Chip. Chip like looks down at his motorcycle and throws off the rest of the stupid sunglasses. He's gonna turn towards the pool. You can see as he walks towards that platform, and you just see as he like kind of reaches out into like that tower of light that's just kind of beaming upward, and just immediately you can see it becoming a part of his body. It's like ripping through his arms. Now he's like, you can see this light energy just bursting from inside of him. He's grown even larger, and he's gonna look out over all of you and begin to. He holds out his arms, and with that, Lucky, I'd say that you take first 2 hits. With your defense, you can reduce it to 1, but one of these is a special, meaning the energy that he fired off at you is now ignited you in fire. You can see these beams of like fire and lightning just crackle and hit you, and then spread out to the other 2 of you down there. But you take the brunt of it, but you are ignited. Eloise and Frankie, you each take 1 hit, but can be reduced if you have defense.
Did you say that was 1 hit?
Balloons.
So if I have defensive 1, then I don't take anything.
It's reduced, yeah.
And I don't get rid of my defense. That's just always.
Nope.
Oh,
It's always there.
hell yeah.
So I took 1 hit though, right?
You take 1 hit, yes. And you are ignited.
What do I detract from damage? Health. Duh. Didn't see that. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if you lose all you got, then you start taking hit points. I know from experience.
Oh, no.
As he shouts from up the stairs. And yeah, Frankie, you've just been kind of electrocuted, and you can just feel this burning sensation in your chest. Sorry, that takes us to Lionel.
Okay. So in order to have the effect carry on, I have to like maintain my hold, right? On the 2 that I have it on.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Yes. Would I know in my knowledge of my own power that come Eloise's next turn, she'll be like charged back up again?
You wouldn't know that.
Okay. I'm gonna gamble and hold it then. I'll call back into the room though, and I'll say, "Hey, we're about to have a lot more guests in here. The fight's rolling in." And oh shit, what am I gonna do? I don't have any powers.
Actually, I'll clarify, Lionel. You would know, because I think that while you've held it on Eloise, while you have it held on Eloise, you can also feel the emotion so predominantly, because you're both so in tune with this like emotion now, that you've felt it deplete. So now you're currently only holding it on Chip.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Okay.
you could feel that.
Would you allow me to recharge and do it again?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I'd do that.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Actually, what are you gonna do for me?
I guess I'll just kind of call out and let everyone know about the impending bullshit headed our way. And then to Eloise specifically, be like, it's okay, I still believe in you, and you should too. Oh, that's a 4, and I have
Uh-oh.
2 S's.
Hey! Balloons shoot out from around Lionel.
Ooh. Oh shit. Okay, so I have a 4, and I can move it up by 2. 6 plus says likely lethal.
It is more than any. It's super far beyond supernatural.
Dope.
Unknown
Alright.
things can happen.
We're in desperate times. I'm gonna go to a 5.
Ooh.
Jesus. I don't. You've never seen the admiration or the emotion knight's scale here. This is
No, you haven't. Have you?
Like, what number would take it as far as it needs to go? Or I guess I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that.
you
so,
don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any idea of her abilities, so
Yeah.
I just kind of
Five
know how they
to you
Alright, yeah.
says all-consuming obsession. Lionel. That's all you know.
Yep. Yep. We'll do that. And I can't do anything else. This is what I do. So, yeah, I've let you all know about everyone coming in. Can I? What can I see down the hallway? Are the soldiers holding them at bay, or the soldiers like on the back foot?
They're trying. There's the bandits with the folks on the motorcycles are just like they're moving quickly. It's difficult to get around, or it's difficult to hold them at bay when they have machinery.
Okay. Yeah, then I will stick by the doorway, but not in the middle of the doorway.
Okay. Clarifying question: your voice or your performance here, are you? I think you're a little like Chip is much farther away now. Do you want to have a second target, or are you just keeping it on Eloise?
I'll just keep it on Eloise for now.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think hitting another one with that same would do anything else, I guess.
Okay.
It didn't
Alright.
seem to do anything for Chip, so yeah, there you go.
With that, we will move to Fleming.
Fleming.
Did you just read
I
your character
proceed
sheet?
to.
And
Yeah, I just got my
Technic-
character.
oh,
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. So I proceed to follow through on what I said. I've got to teabag him, so I'm going up for close combat. I'm rushing up like Naruto style with my kukris, my cybernetic kukris in my hand. Ninja running up there, and then I dive at him. I'm going to physically attack this dude.
Ooh, all right. First time for Fleming getting physical.
Yeah. Get physical.
Yeah!
All right.
Copyright immediately.
All right.
The lion
So I
will
guess I roll my
do
dex, right?
it again.
Let's see. So, one success only.
One success.
Just a regular.
Yeah, unfortunately, with his defense, you were unable to pierce his hard exterior. And he's big now. He's looking down at you, but you're just like yeah, and standing fearless.
all right.
But yeah, he looks down.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
You're like, come on. Bandits. One is immobile and completely stuck. That one will try to break free from the briars. They do. Wait, what are they? Or what's the? I rolled 2 successes, Frankie. What's the amount that they need to roll? Strength base.
It just says strength test. I don't know what.
Strength test to break free. Okay. Yeah, that one spends their turn breaking free. The other 3. At this point, who's closest to? Actually, the other 3 will probably try to head towards Chip. Yeah. Actually, Lucky, you're there too. So 2 of them are probably going to head towards Lucky, and 1 will head towards Fleming for attacks. So attacks against you, Lucky. Those all miss. Second one, Jesus. They all missed. To you, Fleming. That is 2 successes against you.
I've got a defensive 1 and a guard of 3. So what does that work out?
Reduces it to 1, and you take 1 guard.
Got it.
Eloise, please describe what you currently look like at this moment. You've kind of like your head is down, like after like in front of you, just the chasm has been opened up from your last strike, but now the emotional intensity and energy is just consuming.
She uses her sword to prop herself back up, and you see that where the sword tip lands in hits the ground, like lush grass and flowers start to like grow out of it, and butterflies and everything, and she looks up and just her eyes are consumed with this like pink glowing energy, and she walks up and she's gonna like approach Chip slowly as she kind of rears her sword back, and like, you're absolutely nothing. You've never been anything. You don't understand an ounce of what it is to actually be cared about, to actually mean anything to anybody. You're nothing. You just grasp at power, playing pretend, and it's almost kind of funny. And she's just gonna go to swing, and I'm gonna try this again. And now it's fucking higher.
It is higher.
It's higher. So I have to roll on a D8 5 or above, as well as my attack. So let's just.
Yep.
Good thought.
And I would say as you stand up and walk towards them, though, the rest of you, like while you see Eloise like get up and move towards them, you're also seeing her like grow in size, and she's no longer just like wearing like, you know, her armor. She's just like this glowing god-like person walking towards, now like equaling in size Chip here. That's like the emotional intensity that's happening here.
I turn around and I just go, "You fucking show off."
Yeah.
And I think she hears that too, and she's like, "You'd show off too if you were this fucking good."
What'd you get?
3 successes, one of them a 6, and a 6 on the D8.
Yeah.
She didn't accidentally kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been very bad for you, Fleming. As you see her like move like basically above you, you're like kind of standing there, just yeah. Eloise, how would you like to unleash all of this energy into Chip?
I think like as she's like growing in size, he just feels dwarfed both in like physicality and also just like emotionally, like just like his like he feels like absolutely nothing. And like as she swings the sword and just like a bright burst of pink energy like explodes out, like he just hears like a whisper of like, you wish you were me, like, and just like, and just this pink like devastates everything. And like after the light fades away, just like pink petals and like grass and stuff just like float down onto the ground, and that would have devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say, as you finish this attack, you see it from one perspective, but the rest of you, all you see is her like move up to Chip, swing her giant sword, and then there's just a flash of light. You're like completely blinded, and it kind of takes you a second to like reorient yourself, but you're now standing. You've kind of just been like someone just set off like a flashbang. There's like ringing in your ears. You're standing not where you were before. The chasm that was there is no longer there. It's like Eloise just wiped out everything in existence in a range. There's nothing there except for this pool set in this like video game like wireframe floor that you're all standing on. Sky is dark black. You're all just kind of in this world, just stunned. Eloise, your normal size now.
Right. Let's go home, huh?
Is Chip not there anymore?
Chip is gone. The bandits are gone. Everything is gone. The only thing that you see around you is your friends. Gavin kind of floats down. Lorendil is gone. Everything is just been wiped away. You can see way off in the distance, like vague outlines of like where land was, and it's just kind of been like severed and cut, like in a giant radius around you.
Oh man, what am I gonna teabag now? There's nothing left.
Just like tinnitus is just like super loud. Like, did we win? Mop.
Gavin will Gavin floats down to all of you, and he kind of just like takes one of those coins and bing, flicks it in the air. It pops, and you'd have no hearing issues. He can kind of change some things around here.
See, we couldn't even stayed if we wanted to. It's all gone.
Yeah, Gavin, sorry about that, but I just got a little carried away, I think.
It's okay. I suppose all you all ever did to my dungeons was destroy them anyways, so it seems fitting.
It's pretty on brand for us.
Kind of looks out in the distance.
As he does, Lucky will come over and just kind of grab his hand and look out with him.
I'll follow too.
It was pretty fucking cool.
You all did really great. I got to see all of it.
You too.
Yeah.
Thanks for the game.
But we continue to do great on the other side.
And just like here, we'll help each other do it.
Yeah.
It sounds nice. Gavin will kind of lead towards the pool as he leads you all to the platform. This beam of light still ascending straight up into the sky, but you stand on this platform, all holding hands in a circle. Gavin will start. I want to go home.
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 And you feel yourselves kind of lift up off the platform. Weird sensation takes over you as you begin to shoot straight up into the air, blasting through reality and strange things until eventually you are back in the chairs of the teacher's lounge of your old high school. Sitting back in front of you, the die that was placed in front of you that was there is now appears to have just shattered into a bunch of dust.
I reach into the pockets of my hood shirt, just hoping that the comic book's still there.
You don't feel anything.
Okay.
So everyone else saw that, right?
So what?
Don't you?
Yeah. I can't believe that was real.
Oh, it still is.
Would you guys?
I'm just glad I got to share it with you.
Maybe we could play another game. This time next week.
Different.
Different game. But
I think I would like that.
me too.
Yeah.
Fleming, I think you've got some new games.
What's that?
I think you got some new games. You said you brought some, right?
Yeah, I got some new games.
You'll have to share what you've been looking at.
Yeah, and I pull out Monster Hearts, my horniest game. I think this is the perfect game for us. And I look over at Frankie. I do think this is the perfect game for us.
It's just what I've been looking for.
As we kind of pan out from us having a laugh around the table here, let's go into a little epilogue. What do we all want to do? We decide to go on tour with Lucky here. Lucky, what's everyone's job?
Literally whatever they want to do. I don't care. As long as
know,
they're
pay 'em.
around. Yeah, just pay them to be here. I have to do that. No, my friends are around and that's important. And I want to support them to be around each other. So, in my mind, Frankie is writing some amazing pieces about the tour we're on, and we get a spread in Rolling Stone, and she gets to write that. And Lionel is playing in the band and singing background vocals, and maybe we even added a little bit of like sidestep guitar movement, you know, just to like bring out a little bit of his like musical theater stuff, you know, like
I have tap shoes on at the same time.
whatever you want to do.
Revolutionary.
No one asked you to wear them, but you just do.
We don't ask questions. We just let you show up. And then Eloise is literally telling people where to be, what time to be there. She's got the schedule. She's running the tour. She's managing where I need to be. And I've never felt more taken care of ever. And I know that I don't have to worry about like people taking advantage of me, because she will first take advantage of them. So then
I know exactly what I'm doing.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I've convinced Lucky that her next album is called Die. It's Lucky Die. And basically when she performs, the whole digital back screen is our adventure animated in the Die world.
That's so
That's amazing. Yes, that exact thing happens. And then we also make sure that that gets illustrated in a book that we can sell and you make a lot of money off of. And Gavin,
Got the book.
you're just, yeah, look at it's us. It happened.
Gavin handled food services.
No.
God damn it!
Gavin,
Catering.
Gavin plays drums in the band. Like Gavin never
Yeah.
has to fix food for anyone ever again. Ever.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Lucky, as time goes on, you're all kind of playing in bands together, or you're touring with them. Every so often, when you're on stage and you're just like in that flow state, electricity seems to come through the guitar. Small reminder of your time in Die. Fleming, at some point down the road, you find inside the changing room, or the bus, I would say, the tour bus, you find first edition copy of the book in Die. Frankie, while on tour, you meet a very nice man. He's and he strangely has a tattoo of wings. It's not cheesy though. It's classy. It's right on his lower back. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling Frankie for sure.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh man.
Eloise, at some point you find just randomly a pendant. Pendant seems to bright gold, circular, has a single hole through it. But every time like you wear it, there's just a familiar feeling of the moment when you fought Chip. That intense emotion just kind of fills you. It's a reminder of your admiration to yourself and your trust in your friends. Oh, can't hear you.
What about Skididibibop? She's definitely dyed like the front piece of her hair like pink, kind of like as a reminder as well. And every time she gets a compliment on her hair, she's like has like a little like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Lionel, your gift is different. There was something that you were holding on to, a regret, and coming out of Die, you've felt absolved of that heaviness. You find success working in the band, being with your friends, and you've also found an admiration for yourself as well. And with that, our lives continue on happily ever after until Gavin one day finds strange die in his jacket pocket. D20 of sorts. And that's where we'll go ahead and end tonight's session.
Yeah.
And we'll end this game of die.
That was so good.
Yes.
Oh, good.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Eric.
you so much, Eric. You did so good.
Thank you.
It's so
And
good.
So
Oh no.
really fun experience to run a new game, never ran before, and just get to play with you all. It's been a blast.
Yeah, this was awesome. I love it.
So good. So good.
Yes.
Awesome. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Oh yeah, I can affect the world here.
Yeah, you can.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Awesome. Well, we did it. We finished a little short campaign. That's like,
Awesome.
yeah, it's really cool.
That was so cool.
We should
Yeah.
find someone to raid, I think, yeah?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
We can do Long Lost Lores playing a tabletop.
Perception Studios up playing D&D.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do Perception.
D&D with puppets, guys.
Yay!
Make sure you stick around for the raid so you get those bonus channel points, which you can spend tomorrow.
That's
The
right,
Fables of
Thursday.
Talia
Tomorrow.
with a new guest as well. So make sure you're there. Throw a bunch of raid emojis in the raid when we drop in. Let them know where you came from. Have an awesome rest of your evening. It's almost tomorrow for me.
Almost there.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye,
Thanks for
friends.
watching, everybody.
Thanks.